We live, baby. We are live. And we in the playoffs. What's up? We are live and we are in the playoffs. One day willing to grow wings. West Coast, go Cougs. Weaving through life. What's up? You know, I just noticed that when we replay this, you can't see the action that's going on. But we got people saying what's up. Playoffs, baby. 30 more seconds and we shall get going here. Cricket, glad to see you too. Thanks for showing up, Cricket. My 6-year-old has his playoff bracket set. There we go. You got a 6-year-old, huh? I got a 10, 8, and a 6. 10, 8, 6. Hard out here. All right, let's get right into it. What's up? As always, I am Michael Bumpus. I will be leading this discussion today. My 12s out there, and like we always got to do, we got to show love to Snoqualmie Casino. They are the sponsors of this thing. snocasino.com. Holler at them. Good spot. I've been there. I go to the cigar lounge. I like the cigar lounge. That's just what I do. All right, well, let's get right into it. All right, we already knew the Hawks were the NFC West Division champions, but now they have just put a little cherry on top of the season and say, look, we beat the 49ers. There is hope that the Hawks could get that number 1 seed. They needed Green Bay to lose. They needed the Saints to lose. In my heart, I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the MVP of the league, by the way. Pat Mahomes, big ups to you, but Aaron Rodgers, what he's done at Green Bay is amazing. I didn't think for 1 second that Chicago had a chance, but you never know. And then the Saints with the Panthers. The Panthers made it interesting for what? A quarter and a half. And then reality sets in. This is the NFL, man. Typically, the best team usually wins, unless you're the Jets with a couple upsets towards the end of that thing. But that's just how it is. But let's focus on the 49ers game. 26-23. It wasn't as close as that either. It was close at times during the game, but when it got to fourth quarter play, Russ locked it down. Let's look at some of the stats. Let's go to the QB corner. Let me take a sip of my water. QB corner. What's up, C. Wilson? I see you. QB. Russ was 20-36, 181 yards. And 2 touchdowns. Doesn't sound like a great day from Russell Wilson. He was reluctant to take the deep ball throw, which I can appreciate at times. I can appreciate that. He doesn't need to play Superman football to win the ball games. That's what he did. Okay? 49ers, tough team. Say what you want about the Niners. People were kind of sleeping on the Niners. They're like, oh, it's the Niners. They're 6-9. Don't sleep on them. The Niners at one point had $80 million in IR. And then they signed George Kittle and Jeff Wilson was balling. All right? The week before, Jeff Wilson had 181 yards. He was held to 76 this time around. The week before, George Kittle had 94 yards, 92 yards. He was held to 68 this time around. There was no Debo. There was no Brandon Ayuk. So I felt good going into this game, but this is the 49ers, and you never know. And they kept it interesting. At halftime, it was 6-3 at halftime. Halftime 6-3, close game. Niners were up for a little bit. It took the last drive to win that thing, honestly. I mean, had to get it together late in the game. When it's time to win, that's what Russell did. He wins ball games. And guys like Alex Collins, activated off a practice squad, scores a touchdown to go ahead and kind of put things away. Chris Carson had 11 carries for 44 yards. Rashad Penny had 6 for 19. Now, you look at that stat, you go, he only has 6 for 19 yards, but you got to think about what he's been through and what they're trying to do with this young man. They're trying to make sure that if they need him in the playoffs, he's good to go. He gets his touches. The last 2 or 3 weeks, he's gotten 10 to 11 touches. I'm okay with that. I like that. Big story of this game, though. Tyler Lockett, 12 catches, 90 yards off of 14 targets. Entered the game with 88 receptions, needed 7 to break the season receptions record. Gets to 7, adds 5 more. The guy ends the season with 100 receptions. Broke a record. Boom, DK, breaking records. Guy ended with 3 catches for 21 yards, right? Nothing great. But with those 21 yards, he is now the franchise leader when it comes to receiving yards in a season. He beat Steve Largent's record. He broke that in, he made that record in 1985. I was born in 85. For you youngsters out there, all right, I was born in 1985. And we got 2 receivers over 1,000 yards for the first time since 1995. So you got DK with 1,303 yards. You got Tyler Lockett with 100 receptions. I mean, this is one of the best duos in the NFL. And let's not forget that Russell Wilson, he's continued to pad stats on his records. He now has 40 touchdowns, increasing his franchise record for touchdowns in a season. But now he is number two on the list when it comes to quarterbacks and touchdowns within their first 9 seasons. He passed up the great Dan Marino and got that done. With all that being said, all those records were broken, and now they are 12-4, headed into the playoffs against a familiar foe. But before we jump into that, let's talk about this defense. I see it in the comments too. And the most generous play call I've ever seen in my life. It's time to nail victory formation, the greatest formation known to football. And guess what? Russell Wilson says, nah, man, my guy it's not DK. Demo needs one more catch to get an $100,000 incentive. He calls the playoffs, flips it to him, make sure his boy gets his money. That's love right there. 100K, especially because Demo took a pay cut to be here. He could have been somewhere else for some more money. Boom. All right. Let's talk about this defense. Defense played good. All right. Held the San Francisco 49ers to 86 rushing yards, like I mentioned earlier. Jeff Wilson went off the week before, 181. This week he has 76. All right. Beathard got the other 10. All right. Now those are just scrambles. Now you look at they're receiving. Hey, if there's anybody I got to give love to on that 49ers roster, hey, River Craycraft. Go Cougs, baby. Go Cougs. Just glad y'all didn't get the win, but I'm glad Craycraft was out there. He had 2 catches for 17 yards. Kittle has 7 catches for 68 off of 9 targets. Their leading catcher was Kendrick Bourne with 5 receptions for 76 yards. 2 plays that stood out to me. Man, that hit that Quandre Diggs laid out. Woo, that was beautiful. If you guys don't know, go to Riley Michael. He's one of the guys that works on the pre- and post-game show. Michael Michelle, I'm sorry if I'm jacking up your name, Riley. Find him. He posted Diggs' hit. I believe it was early in the game. It was so beautiful, man. I woke my wife up and said, hey, look at this hit. She didn't even like football that much. I said, look at this hit. Diggs, straight line, gets to the ball carrier, boom, pops him in the chest with the shoulder, head out the game, no penalty. Guess what? KJ had him 1-2 against Shaq, going across the middle, boom, hit him with the shoulder. Those are the plays that this team has been missing. We haven't seen plays like that since you know when. I'm not even going to say their names. It's the Legion, because everyone wants to compare this team to that. It's different eras. It's just a different ball game these days. But 2 big hits that we haven't seen in a long time. Now, Quandre's got a few of those this year. That's just what he does. But to see 2 of them in a game like that, I asked Pete Carroll on Monday. Every Monday I go on the Danny Gallant show, and we talk to Pete Carroll. I asked Michael, man, what does that hit do for your team? I wish there was a camera on you, Pete, so I can see exactly what your reaction was like. Pete is a defensive guy. He goes, man, it got us going. It really got us going. And he wished the 12s could be there. Imagine those hits going down and you guys being out there to see it all happening. All right, let's dig deeper into these stats. All right, the one knock, the Seahawks were 4 for 12 on 3rd downs. Now, we've been fighting this fight all year. Coach, got to get better on 3rd downs. What can they do to get better on 3rd down? Man, I've come to terms with it. They're not going to be great on 3rd downs. They're just going to find ways to win ball games. The Niners were 6 for 15 on 3rd downs, but the Hawks were 1 for 1 on 4th down. And we know what happened that 4th down. They threw it to Tyler Lockett for the touchdown to kind of go ahead and seal the deal. That thing with Tyler Lockett too, man, I'm surprised that the 49ers got man in that situation. They've been playing zone all night, doing a good job, keeping everything in front of them. And when it came down to it, they went to man. When I saw they were in man, I'm talking to some of my buddies who were on the pre- and post-game show. I'm like, man, they're going to Tyler Lockett in the back. They're going to Tyler Lockett in the back in the corner. That's just what they are doing. So, surprise. Good call by Shotty. Maybe Shotty was expecting it. He was ready to go. Bam! There it is. Let's dive deeper into these plays. Okay, the Hawks averaged 4.3 yards per play. Niners around 5.1. They got the edge there. Beathard even threw for more yards than Russell Wilson did. But guess what? He didn't throw. Well, he threw for one touchdown. He threw for one touchdown, but just wasn't enough. The Hawks were 3 for 5 in the red zone. They're typically a really good red zone team. The 49ers were 2 for 4. Hawks only have 4 penalties. They've been playing okay when it comes to penalties as of late. Last 3 or 4 games are averaging maybe 3 to 5 penalties a game. That's always good. Always good. All right, what else we got here? Turnover battle. The Hawks did not turn the ball over. Not once. Not even once. And you know what Pete Carroll told us on Monday? He goes, look, man, we win the turnover battle. We're 12-0. So what you're telling me, Pete, and 12s, and everyone else involved, is that if Russell Wilson takes care of the football, if there are no interceptions, there are no fumbles, and the defense gets some takeaways, then they're pretty much good to go. They're playing the team now for the 3rd time this year. And what's the whole cliche? There's a transition. We're going over to the Rams now, right? So, people always say, oh, it's hard to play teams 3 times. Talk to Pete Carroll, guess what he said? He goes, I don't buy into that. No, I don't buy into that. It's another game. It's a game that has to be won. It's a game you have to prepare for. And that's a winner's mentality. You don't go into a wild card game like, oh, I don't know, it's the 3rd time playing. I don't know what it's going to be like. Let's get it. You guys heard Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald said this is exactly what they wanted. This is what they wanted. Okay. All right, Aaron Donald, this is what you want. This is what you're going to get. Let's go to the Rams game and see what that looked like. Now, they started a kid, Wolford, from Wake Forest. Has to be a smart kid if he's going to Wake Forest. You know, that's an academic school there. He played okay. He played all right. It was 22 of 38, 231 yards, 1 interception. What I like about Wolford is that the kid has guts. What's up, Kev? What's up, Jay? What's up, Bryce? Kid has guts. When I watched him play, it didn't look like he was scared to be there. It didn't look like he was just trying to manage the game. He was like, look, I'm trying to win. I'm going to toss it up to Robert Woods. I'm going to rush for 56 yards. I'm going to do what I can to win this game. So I appreciate that about him. What I also know is last week the Rams played the Cardinals, and that defense scored 9 points. That 18 points total. Defense accounted for half of those points. Had a safety and a pick 6 for 84 yards. So the offense didn't look great. Defense looked good, though. The defense looked like the defense that we know and love. They were playing against a backup quarterback as well. Streveler was 11 of 16, 105 yards, 1 touchdown. That's the backup quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals. Kenyon Drake only had 10 carries for 36 yards, and their leading receiver had 3 receptions, 46 yards. Last name Arnold. I don't even know who the guy is. No disrespect. He's in the league. He's playing. He's making money, so you know he's got some game. But don't know who he is. So the Rams are coming off a great defensive performance. Mello, what's up, Mello? What up, John Ford? And the Seahawks are coming off a good defensive performance with a good offensive performance. The beginning of the year, it was all about the offense. 35 points, 40 points. Middle of the year, kind of stalled out a bit. Towards the end of the year, it's been all about this defense. If this defense can hold the Rams to 18 points like the Cardinals did, Hawks are winning this ballgame. Hawks are winning this ballgame. Now, let's talk about what the Rams have on defense. They still got Aaron Donald, 13.5 sacks, 20 tackles for loss. Dude's a beast. Leonard Floyd, 10.5 sacks. Dude's a beast. Jalen Ramsey, lock-up corner. Good defense. Very good defense. Best defense in the league. They're top 10 or top 5 in dang near every single category when it comes to team defensive stats. But the defense can't score points like that. Their offense is going to have to get it done. And if they're going to start Wolford, what's up, go? If they're going to start Wolford, I think that's in the Hawks' favor. Even if they start Goff, it's in the Hawks' favor. The last 2 games the Rams played against the Seahawks, Goff hasn't thrown a touchdown. Why is that? I think because of the pressure. Okay, now let's talk about that pressure. Let's talk about it. Jamal Adams, banged up shoulder. Don't really know what the deal is. As of now, according to ESPN, he is a game-time decision. How does that affect this Hawks defense if Jamal Adams isn't in the game? The first thing you think about is just the blitzing. He accounts for 80 to 70% of their blitzes. If Jamal Adams was not on this team, they would not blitz the way that they do. What's encouraging? Say Jamal does not play. When Jamal got banged up and he was out, the very next play, who would they play? 35, Mr. Ryan Neal, the guy who's battled this year and made a name for himself on this team. Guess what they do? They send him on a blitz. You guys remember against the Cowboys? Ryan Neal had an interception to lock things up. Remember him against Miami Dolphins? He had an interception. He's ready to go. Is he going to be Jamal Adams? No. No one's going to be Jamal Adams but Jamal Adams. But Ryan Neal's ready to go. I don't think they changed their game plan too much with Ryan Neal. They might not blitz as much, but they're still going to blitz. They're still going to show those looks. Ryan Neal getting those reps in the beginning of the year has been a blessing in disguise. Now, we don't want to see him play throughout the playoffs because that just means Jamal Adams is banged up. But if he does, he should be okay. He's got some experience out there. So I'm feeling good about this team going into the playoffs, honestly. People are going to stress over the offense. I get it. You want to see more points. Me, I don't care. This ain't the BCS. You guys are old enough to remember the BCS when computers used to decide who was playing in what bowl game, who was the number one team. So you have to go for style points. You need to blow a team out by 30 points. You needed to shut them out. Nah, it's NFL, baby. You just get that W. It's all about your record. All right? You get the W, you watch the film, you correct some things, and you can continue to do what you're good at. This is the NFL. I will take these wins. Why? Because I still think this offense can be explosive. I still think we haven't seen the best running performance yet by these running backs in this offensive line. And you still have Mr. Number 3, Russell Wilson, in under center, running the show. What does Pete say? You can't win in the first, can't win in second, can't win in third, but you can win in the fourth quarter. And this team turns it up in the fourth quarter. That's all my ranting. You guys let me talk for 17, 18 minutes. Now, let's holler at you. What you got for me? Questions. How does Largen's record last 35 years, and why did it take 8 years for Russ to connect with DK in such a way? Well, DK's only been in the league for 2 years. DK's a little baby. He's just a baby. I know he looks big. He's just a baby in football years. So that's why it took 8 years for that. Largen's record last 35 years, man, I couldn't tell you. There's been some good receivers coming through here. Bobby Ingram, Doug Baldwin, you got Curse, Corn Robinson back in the day, Nate Burleson. Did I say Deion Branch already? Deion Branch. I mean, there's been some guys who come through here, but I don't know. It's just tough to do. And this is the style of play the Hawks have. They haven't been an organization that just tosses the football up and they're going to throw it 40 times a game. That's just not who they've been. That hot start is a big reason why DK was able to get it. If you notice the past couple of weeks, it slowed down a bit simply because they're running the football. They're playing a more controlled approach. So that's why Largent, the great, is just now getting his record passed. All right. What we got? More questions. What's the latest on Hyde? Hyde's good to go from what I'm hearing. Nothing wrong. He's ready. He's ready to back him up. Ben Day 91. Do you know what happened to Penny? From what I'm hearing, it was just a cramp. Pete Carroll said, look, he hasn't played that much, man. You can't simulate a football game. You can try. You can go out to practice. You can run hard. You can cut. But there's nothing like playing against another man who doesn't care if you go home to mommy and daddy and your kids. There's nothing. I mean, it's a physical game. Dudes don't care about you out there if you're wearing another color jersey. And the intensity turns up. That's what I think happened to Penny. He'll be all right, though. Johnny Action, why does Pete like the game to be so close? I don't like the game plan for playoff. Now, Pete says he likes the game to be close, but it doesn't mean he doesn't like a blowout. He's just looking at it. He goes, all right, well, we've had a close game, okay? We've had a close game. What do we get out of close games? And he says it teaches them resolve, how to get out of situations. It teaches them to have confidence. Look, we've been in tough games before. We can get ourselves out of that. I'm sure he'd prefer a blowout. Let's not get me wrong. But since you are playing in close games, what are the benefits of close games? That's the benefit right there. Let me see. Yo, what up? Love the rock back on the O line. Who's the rock? Are you talking about Brandon Shell? Shell seems like he's going to be back. Posick is good. Upati should be good to go. You still got Dwayne Brown and, of course, Damian Lewis. This offensive line has been through a lot this year, man. That's why they brought 18 and 20 guys into camp. 18 and 20 guys into camp alone for these situations. Because for some reason, this offensive line really can't stay healthy? And we're good. Oh, the rookie. Okay. Let me read your question again. Sorry, David Thomas. Love the rookie back on the O-line. The rookie, you're talking about Damian Lewis. Yes, I like the rookie. The rookie played center this year. Never played center in his life, but at one point, that's how banged up this offensive line was, is that the rookie played center. So, yes, I'm with you. I like this offensive line. I think they're good to go. And they got guys in rotation. Still got Simmons. Obuehi is ready to go as well. I like this offensive line. I think Bobby Wagner is going to have a good game. I think he is too. He played decent against the 49ers. That's what he does. For some reason, he usually plays pretty good against the 49ers. Now he's playing against the Rams. This is the third time he's seen the Rams. So that means that it's fresh in Bobby's head. Their formations, their tendencies, play recognition. That's big on defense. If you can recognize what a team is trying to do. You look at the down and distance. You look at their formations. You see where the guard is pulling. You see the alignment of the receivers. There are little things that will tip you off and give you a clue of what they're trying to do. Now, you're not always right. If guys could be always right, man, I'd be coaching. I'd have 4 Super Bowls right now, but this game of football, man, is beautiful. Sub Bump, if Adams is out, you think we'll see more linebacker blitzes to cover up? No. If Adams is out, I don't think we're going to see more linebacker blitz. Nope. Ken Norton has shown that he does not like to do that. And the only reason why Ken and Peter blitzing is because of Jamal Adams. I think they're going to have the linebackers stay home, be steady, and do their job. All right. This is from Ritricker, number 1. Do you think Goff will start on Saturday? I think Goff's going to try. He's at least going to be out there during warm-ups and toss the football and just see how he feels. I think he's going to try. Starting, who knows? I mean, they could start with Wolford and then bring in Goff if they feel like they're in the game, kind of like what Arizona did with Streffler and Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray came in late to try to save the day. Didn't work out. I think Goff is going to try to give it a go. He's going to go out, warm up. We're going to have like 3 or 4 doctors around him. McVay's going to be standing there, watch him throw the football. If he feels good, I think he'll go. If he doesn't feel good, then you'll see Wolford. We will see him. Okay, from David Thomas, I heard about the DN maybe getting on the field. What's his story? Which DN are you talking about? Darrell Taylor? I need more information. What you got for me? It's from Johnny Action. Do you want to see more Rogue Russ? Yes, I do want to see more Rogue Russ. He can control the game that way. Rogue Russ getting outside the pocket, just doing what he feels right, can control the game. Now, that doesn't mean I want to see it all the time. But in the fourth quarter, what did we see? Nothing down the field. Russell's tucking in, he's gone. That puts pressure on the defense. Unless you're going to spy a quarterback, you don't really account for a quarterback unless you're playing the Baltimore Ravens because you know Lamar Jackson's going to run that thing 10 to 15 times. With the Hawks, you don't account for the quarterback. You just don't. If plays break down and Russell goes, then he goes. But that's what started Russell's career, making him special. I'm not mad if he gets back to that. Darrell Taylor, okay, that's what you were talking about, okay. I saw Darrell Taylor is back at practice. Do you think he'll play if we move on? I think he'll get a look. Why not? And of all positions, it's not saying DN is just an easy position to play. No, it's not an easy position to play. But as far as scheme-wise, you can plug and go. You can plug and go. It doesn't like he needs to understand all the concepts of what's going on around him. Look, you're the end. Either you're slanting, you got gap control, or you got contained, get after the quarterback. There's only so many things that DN can do. I don't think they will rely on him, but if he's ready to go, they win a game or two, why not see the youngster in there? All right, we go. Hey, Bum, why has Russ in the offense struggled so much against cover 2? Here's my theory. Against zone, period, honestly. I wouldn't even just say cover 2. But against zone, teams have found out that if you can mix things up pre-snap, right? And this is what the Rams do. They will give you a look pre-snap. They'll show 6 men rushing. They'll look like they're bringing pressure from this side. They'll have Donald and Leonard Floyd line up on the same side. So now you're worried about the right side. You got pressure coming from here. Then what they'll do, they'll drop Floyd. Boom, they'll drop a backer. Bam. So now when the quarterback gets the ball, boom, he's got to re-diagnose what's going on. And I think that's what teams have done to Russell Wilson, is that they give him a pre-snap look. As soon as that ball snaps, bam, everything rotates into something else. And it takes a little bit longer to really process that and be sure of what you're seeing. And I think that's what we've seen. We've seen in Russell Wilson, who's being cautious. He's like, okay, Pre-snap, I think I know what they're in. Boom, you snap the ball. I have to make sure. I don't like it. I'm not going to force it down the field anymore. He tried that. Didn't work out. I'm either going to tuck it, look for a check down. It might happen later than what makes us comfortable, but he's taking care of the football. Zones, he struggled against. Man, you run man against him, he's going to pick his favorite receiver in that situation and allow him to go to work. That's what we saw towards the end of the game when Tyler Lockett caught that crossing route in the end zone. They were in man. He knew where he was going. He knew he was going to Tyler Lockett the whole time. Okay, Mello, do you think Collins played better than Penny? Yeah. I also think Collins is healthier than Penny. I also think Collins doesn't have the mental battles that Penny's having right now and trusting his knee and trying to figure out what type of player that he is. Collins just hasn't been injured. I think Penny's still going to be good. I think he's going to be fine. But you got to think, man, you tore your knee up. His knee, his ACL. Now you're out there playing a violent game. You got to feel yourself out. You got to feel it out. You got to put your foot in the ground and see if you can cut that way and trust it. I think Penny's going to be fine. Even though he hasn't had that big run yet, I see the potential in his movements. I see the potential. All right, what we got? Man, the questions done slowed down a little bit. Should I go back up? Come on. Give me something. Give me something, or I will end this thing early. You guys were active for a minute, though. I appreciate that. Ryan Phillips, 234, has joined the building. What is good? Okay, Neo. Come through, Neo. What's the latest on Gordon? I don't know, man. I think everybody should just move on mentally from that. Wish guy the best of luck. Great talent from what I hear. He's a really good person. But I think it's just time to move on, man. You got receivers. You got Demo. You got Lockett. You got DK. You got Freddie Swain. Your tight end group is good. Man, Josh Gordon, wish you the best of luck, my brother. But I think it's time to move on from that. Pips 21, who will be our starting running back next year? That's a good question. Carson's going to want to get paid. Carson's going to want to get paid. How much is the question? What does the league value him at? Me, personally, I'll overpay a bit. 10, 11 mil. I said I'd pay him. Top backs are getting, what, 14, 15, something like that? Anywhere between 9 and 11, I would give him. If he's not back next year. If he's not, I think a healthy Rashad Penny can handle it. But it's nothing like Chris Carson. Chris Carson is a complete bag. Every down back, can catch the ball off the backfield. You want Chris Carson back. Him getting hurt this year, honestly, helped the Seahawks in the long run, because now people are going to be asking, oh, he has durability issues. Can we trust him? They're going to try to lowball him. I don't think the Hawks will ever lowball a player, but I think they will give them an honest assessment of where they think they are in the market and then present them with the cash. Kind of like what they did with Clowney, didn't raise their price. Aren't you lucky that they didn't grab Clowney? There's a bunch of y'all out there who's talking right now who wanted Clowney. All right. What we got? I'm watching this. Are you watching the Lakers game? What's the score right now? You see my Lakers up top. You see it. Lakers all day. Love from Orcas Island. Love. I heard a lot. I heard some good things about Orcas Island. I've never been there. Same time Thursday. Man, I was supposed to hop on last Thursday too, man. Life is crazy. But you know I'm going to try my best this Thursday to get it in, Neo. I got you. Oh, let's take one. I'm taking one today. I'm taking one. They're behind a few points because my Lakers are down. 2 or 3 year deal for Carson. I give him a 2-year deal. 2-year deal. Yeah. What's up? You are live. What's going on, man?
Hey.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You got a question? You're my last one. What you got for me?
No. What about Jamal Adams? Is he gonna play? Do you think, or
Jamal Adams? I think if Jamal Adams is anywhere near 60%, he's gonna play. That dude, he's a dog, man. You saw how disappointed he was when he was out, right?
we need him?
He wants to get out there. We do need him. He changed the defense. He allows him to blitz a lot, puts a lot of pressure on the other teams. But don't forget Ryan Neal, man. Ryan Neal has played okay. He's no Jamal Adams.
But if Jamal Adams cannot play and Ryan Neal is in, I think we'll see a similar defense, just not as aggressive. But it's a game-time decision. Again, if he's like 60%, I believe Jamal Adams will be in, man. All right?
Cool.
All right, man. Have a great night.
You too.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. You know what? I'm going to take one more. I'm feeling good. I got one more. You got a request? You want to get on this thing with your boy? I'm taking one more live request. Who's brave enough? Who wants to step up and holler at your boy? If I don't get any in 30 seconds, I'm going to get up out of here. John Ford, do you think the Seahawks are going to win this week? Yes, I think the Seahawks are going to win. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be tougher than people think. Well, actually, no. You should think that it's going to be tough, right? Because the Rams always play these guys tough. McVay is what? 5-3 against the Hawks. So, yeah, man. I think it's going to be good. All right. If nobody wants to call in, I am going to sign off. Again, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. All right, we got one. Okay. Last one. Last one. This is it. Go Hawks, C. Wilson. What up?
What up, Bump? Go Cougs.
How we doing, man?
Hey, my question for you is, you think with a healthy line, man, you think finally we're going to pound the rock?
Man, I hope so. They're due for
That's Hawks football,
Chris Carson needs his 100-yard game. It's been a while since he's had one. I think Chris needs it. And that's how you neutralize Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd, right? You run right at him.
Right
you don't
at
run
him,
away
man.
from him.
I'm trying
You go right at him. So
make them feel
I'm hoping this is it. What you think? You think this is it?
Yeah. I think for me, man, I think that we've kept them healthy all year, kind of monitored. And a lot of people, they just look at it let Russ cook, man. But Seahawks football is have a running back and make you feel us.
Yep.
So,
run the rock.
That's the key to
third quarter, fourth quarter, you want to wear them down. Wear them down.
Right at them. You wanted it, Aaron, you got it. You wanted it, Donald, you got it.
There you go. You want it. Hey, let's go. Time, baby. Let's get
all right,
it done.
man. I appreciate you. Happy New Year's.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, brother.
All right.
All right, I'm headed out. I appreciate you guys. Thursday, I'm here. All right, I'm here. More passes to tight ends. All right, yes, I agree with that. I am here. Big shout out to our sponsor, Snoqualmie Casino, SNOcasino.com. Holler at them. I'm your boy, Michael Bumpus. If you ain't following me yet, what is you doing? Michael Bumpus 5. That's on Instagram and Twitter. I will see y'all Thursday. Johnny, John Ford, Adam, C. Will, all my faithfuls, Neo, Ben Day. I'll holler at you guys soon.